I've saved my progress as slightly off alignment.ai, so called because our endpoints here at the knee are slightly out of alignment with each other. So here's how to solve the problem. At least this is what I came up with in my case. You may have to experiment a little to get exactly the same results. But what I'm going to do here is scroll to the bottom of the layers panel and turn off the template layer so that we can focus our attention just on this green knee. I'm also going to turn off the guides layer for now. We'll come back to it later. And I'm going to press Control-Y or Command-Y on the Mac to switch to the outline mode so that we can better see our path outlines. And I'm going to press Shift-Tab in order to hide those right side panels so I have more room to work. Now with the black arrow tool, I'm going to click on this path outline to select it here. And I'm going to switch over to the scissors tool, which you may have to select from the eraser tool flyout menu, or you can press the C key. And I'm going to click right there at the toe, at the base of the calf. And then I'll press and hold the Control key or the Command key on the Mac to temporarily get my black arrow tool. And I'll click on this thigh path right there to select it. And then I'll click right there. Having released Control or Command, I'll click with the scissors tool in order to cut that point. So we now have two independent paths to work with right here. Using the black arrow tool, I'll lift these guys up and I'm going to align them together at their endpoints so that they snap into alignment right there. And then I'm going to press the A key to switch to the white arrow tool. I'll marquee those two coincident endpoints, and to make sure they're coincident, again, very, very important, press Control-Shift-Alt-J or Command-Shift-Option-J on the Mac to join the 2 points together. You should bring up the Join dialog box. If so, select Corner and click OK. And again, it's very important that you see that dialog box. All right, now I'm going to press the V key to switch back to my black arrow tool, and I'm going to grab this endpoint right there, and I'm going to drag it so that it snaps into alignment at the top of the thigh right there, which means that those two endpoints are exactly aligned, but these two are not, as you can see. Okay, so now what we need to do is a combination of rotating and scaling these paths into exact alignment. And let me show you how that works. And this is where you and I might differ. You might have to try out something different because, after all, your path outline is going to be a little different than mine. But anyway, I'm going to switch to the Rotate tool. And then I'm going to click to set my transformation origin on that endpoint that is properly aligned. So over here on the far right side of the thigh. And then I'm going to zoom in like crazy at this location where the points are not aligning properly. And I'm going to drag up like so, and I'm going to drag just slightly beyond the other endpoint. See that? I'm just leaving a little gap between the two. And now I'm going to grab my scale tool. And the great thing about the transformation tools is as long as you switch back and forth between them, you maintain the same origin point. So I don't have to go all the way back over there to the right side of the thigh to reset the transformation origin. It's already there. I'll just go ahead and drag from this anchor point until it snaps into alignment with the other one. Now, if I've done everything properly, then I should find out that these two outlines here, these two segments, are more or less in alignment with each other, or very, very darn close. So I'll go ahead and switch back to the Rotate tool. And this time, I'm going to Alt-click or Option-click on the knee. And I'm going to set the angle value to -120, press the Tab key. It looks like this is going to align very well because what was formerly this anchor point is swung around to this location. It looks like I have alignment. I'll click Copy, and all I'm doing is testing whether these two path outlines meet each other. And here I am zoomed in to 2400%, and they're almost exactly on top of each other. So that is going to be good enough. Now I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. I don't need that path. I was just using it for confirmation, so I'll press the backspace key or the delete key in order to get rid of it. And then I'm going to switch back to my black arrow tool. Now, a couple of little cleanup chores here. I'll press Shift-Tab to bring back my right side panels. I'll turn on the template layer so I can see it once again. Press Control-Y or Command-Y into Mac so that I switch back to the preview mode. You may notice, I'll press Command-Y or Control-Y again. You may notice that my new path outlines here on the humanoid layer are not exactly in alignment with those on the template layer. That, again, does not matter. As long as you create these humanoid paths correctly, these various subpaths that we've been working on, then it doesn't matter whether you get different results in the template or not. All of your various little men are going to align with each other once we start rotating them. Anyway, I'll press Control-Y, Command-Y again to switch back to the preview mode. And I'm going to bring back my guides layer. And notice that this guide is no longer in alignment with the knee. I want it to be exactly aligned with the knee. So I'll go up to the View menu, I'll choose Guides, and I'll choose Lock Guides to turn it off. And then I'll click on this little circle right there, and I'll drag it until it snaps into alignment with the knee. Everything's copacetic now, so I'll go back to the View menu, choose Guides, lock them back down, and then I'm going to take that Guides layer and drag it below Template once again. All right, we are now ready to embark upon the task of joining our various path outlines to each other, and we are going to do that in the very next exercise.